السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، ممثلي الدول الأعضاء، الزملاء في المجموعة الرئيسية وأصحاب المصلحة برنامج الأمم المتحدة، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنقل لكم تحيات صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير الدكتور فيصل مشعل بن سعود بن عبد العزيز أمير منطقة القصيم، ونيابة عنه اليوم كلفني في لقائكم في هذا اليوم المبارك. ويعلم الجميع بأنه مبادرة أرض القصيم الخضراء هي أحد المبادرات الشريك في السعودية الخضراء، وتمثل يوم ومشاركتنا في هذا الحدث الجانبي قبل افتتاح الجمعية الأمم المتحدة للبيئة في دورته السابعة، وهي لحظة حاسمة من تاريخ العمل البيئي الدولي، لحظة تطلب منا وجميعا أن نعترف بأن التحديات التي تواجه كوكبنا لم تعد محصورة في حدود الدول أو نظامها البيئية المنفصلة، بل أصبحت مقر بشكل يجب أن نتكاتف جميعا كلنا على هذا الكوكب لانعكاساته مباشرة لصحة بيئتنا. فالبراري والبحار والمدن والقرى والشعاب المرجانية والصحاري كلها تشكل نظاما واحدا يتنفس معا ويخلق بيئة تشاركية للجميع. ومن المملكة العربية السعودية انطلقت توجيهات قيادتنا الرشيدة وبمتابعة أخي صاحب السمو الملكي ولي العهد ورئيس مجلس الوزراء الأمير محمد بن سلمان بن عبد العزيز حفظه الله، لتنطلق مبادرة السعودية الخضراء الطموحة في أهدافها البيئية، مستندة على رؤية وطنية واضحة ومستقبلية نحو حماية الطبيعة وصون التنوع الحيوي وتوسيع الرقعة الخضراء وتعزيز الاستدامة في كل شبر من أرض الوطن. ونحن في أرض القصيم الخضراء على وجه الخصوص واكبنا هذه المبادرة عبر برامج عملية محلية جعلتها بشكل مستدام وجزء من أنماط الحياة والتنمية، ودخول المشاركة المجتمعية بجميع طوائف المجتمع من الأبناء ومن النشء. ومن تجربتنا التي نفاخر بها ندرك أن التحديات التي تواجه بيئتنا ليست مجرد أرقام تذكر في تقارير، بل في واقع يومي يطال حياة الإنسان ومواردهم البشرية. واقع يفرض علينا أن نتكاتف ونترابط فيما بيننا لخلق روح الفريق الواحد، لنعمل لكي نحمي بيئتنا ونعمل ضمن نطاق الهدف 15 بالتغيرات المناخية، وكيف تتراجع الأنواع النباتية وكيف تتقدم ظواهر التصحر. وإذا لم نتواكب ونجتمع كفريق واحد لمواجهة هذه التحديات التي تمر فيها الكرة الأرضية فنحن نكون قد تأخرنا. لذلك اليوم علينا أن نعمل بشكل متواصل لمواكبة هذا الترابط والعمل على تنمية وحماية البيئة البرية والبحرية، حيث أنها مسؤولية مشتركة للجميع، وأي خلل فيها سوف يؤثر على البيئة وسوف يحدث تأثير سلبي لا سمح الله. لكن متى ما تكاتفنا وعملنا بروح الفريق الواحد سوف نحقق نتائج إيجابية على أرض الواقع. فعندما تعمل الحكومات جنبا إلى الجنب مع القطاع الخاص، وعندما تتشارك هذه الجمعيات والمجتمع المحلي والجمعيات، نحن لدينا جمعية بيئية متخصصة في التنمية البيئة والمحافظة عليها، وتعمل بشكل متوازن مع الجهاز الحكومي بشكل مستمر لتحقيق بيئة. وحققنا، سوف نعرض لكم الآن فيلم عن المبادرة وما حققته في أرض الواقع. نحتاج إلى مستهدفات، ولدينا نحتاج إلى شراكات أعمق تتجاوز حدود القطاعات والدول، ونحتاج إلى حوكمة بيئية تشاركية تدمج المجتمعات المحلية للمشاركة، ونحتاج إلى دعم معرفي وتقني للدول المتأثرة بالتصحر والتغيير المناخي، وعمل جرعات تنموية بيئية. ونحتاج إلى تعاون دولي يعزز الربط بين حماية الحياة في جميع أنواعها وحماية الحياة البحرية والبرية والعمل على التشارك. إن دعواتنا اليوم بسيطة وبنفس الوقت هي ممكن تتواجه إلى تحديات في آن واحد، فلنبدأ ونعمل يدا بيد لخلق مستقبل يتجاوز العمل والتجزئة بين جميع بيئاتنا والعمل كفريق تشاركي، لنحول هذه اللحظة إلى نقطة انطلاق نحو العالم أكثر قدرة على الصمود وأكثر احتراما للطبيعة وأكثر عدلا للأجيال القادمة. أكرر شكري وتقديري لكم سعادة الرئيس، ونتمنى في هذا اليوم أن نخرج بتوصيات لحماية بيئتنا ونعمل كفريق واحد، ونحن جزء لا يتجزأ من هذه التشاركية. تفضل.
شكرا سعد. شكرا مهندس سلمان أصوين for your intervention. I would want to translate the speech. I would like to welcome His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Ali Al Umari. It's such an honor. President Environment Authority, Sultanate of Oman. It is my honor to introduce His Excellency, and also he's the Chair, President Environment Authority of Sultanate Oman. His Excellency brings distinguished leadership to us, to all of us, especially in the major group and stakeholders. His leadership has been greatly appreciated. Also, his regional cooperations and sustainable policy has played a big role in our region, and we really appreciate that. And I would like to give him, if you like to intervene before or after the translation of the speech. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. I would like to express my thanks for Your Excellency and for the team working beside you for inviting me to join you in this important event to reflect the great efforts spending in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on the level of rehabilitating the environment, mainly tackling the desertification. We realize that there is a national initiative, great initiative in Saudi Arabia to rehabilitate the vegetation, tackle the desertification, and bring back the huge numbers of trees to the local environment in Saudi Arabia. Under that umbrella, there are a group of local initiatives in different regions, among of them Al-Qasim one. So we're really happy to hear these numbers from your side, and we are supporting this great efforts, and it becoming really an ideal model we should follow and implement in different regions. From our side, we are in Sultanate Oman, main members, one of the establishing members of the Middle East Green Initiative, managed by His Excellency Sumu Amir Mohammed bin Salman. We are members in the different level, the high level, the executive, and even though the technical. And we're doing our best from our side to support these great initiatives, which are going to be really a paradigm shift in the environmental sector regionally and globally. So we are here to thank these great efforts and to support them to have really a collective efforts to achieve these great goals for our environment and our planet. Thank you, and all the best for these great efforts. Thank you. And before I close, I would like also to thank my brother and best friend, the chairman of the permanent representatives to the UNEP, the ambassador of Azerbaijan. He is actually one of the leaders of this presidency of UNEA-7, managing and doing his own best in order to lead the efforts to come out with a collective and concrete outcomes from this UNEA. So by the name of the attendees to this important event, I would like to thank Your Excellency. Thank you.
شكرا Your Excellency, for your kind words and your leadership. We know you have an amazing, overwhelming hosting. We know your time, but I would like to ask you, if possible, introducing Mr. Martin Kraus and maybe a couple of more, and then that would be good enough for us for now. And then I can probably, after that, I can translate the words of His Highness Royal Excellence. Though, please allow me to introduce Mr. Martin Kraus, Director Climate Change Division of UNEP. I'm very pleased that he joined us. Also, I'm pleased to introduce him as the Director of the Climate Change again. Mr. Kraus, global work for mitigation, adaptation. It's amazing work and resilience, also instrumental to the link of climate change action with the implementation of the ground, particularly those cities system that becomes very highly demanded on the climate change. So please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Excellencies, colleagues, distinguished guests. Thank you for the opportunity to join this important discussion here this morning. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to join this important discussion here. UNEP's work, from strengthening the science policy interface to providing policy advice, capacity building, and technical assistance to countries, directly supports the implementation of the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals, especially in the area of climate, biodiversity, and pollution. And I think we all here in this room understand the urgency. Just a couple of weeks ago, we launched UNEP's emission gap report, and that report shows that global temperatures are likely to rise beyond 1.5 degrees Celsius within the next decade, unless emissions are rapidly reduced, and also investment in adaptation must grow at the same time. While these challenges are global in nature, many of the solutions must be delivered locally. 60% of SDG targets and 70% of climate solutions rely on actions at the subnational level. And that means the level of municipalities, cities, counties. In the lead up to UNEA-7, just a couple of days ago, the Cities and Regions Summit was held here in Nairobi, and it brought together mayors, regional leaders, and urban sustainability experts under the theme Global Ambition and Local Action. The discussions at the summit highlighted the critical role that subnational actors play not only in implementing policies, but also in shaping these policies. The summit concluded with a clear call to accelerate the implementation at speed and at scale, emphasizing also the need for stronger enabling frameworks and direct access to finance. And this brings me to the SDG 7, which is the goal on partnerships. Effective multi-stakeholder partnerships linking governments, businesses, academia, and civil society. Those partnerships rely on trust, on transparency, and on shared accountability. We must also ensure that knowledge, technology, and finance flow effectively from global institutions to local initiatives. Give you one example. UNEP's work under the Global Alliance for Buildings and Construction, also known as the Global ABC, brings together almost 400 partner organizations, promotes low-carbon, climate-resilient buildings, demonstrating how global science and finance can empower local governments, particularly in the Global South. Empower them to deliver actually practical and resilient solutions on the ground. And one more example before I close. Through the COP30 presidency, the UNEP Cool Coalition, it's also called Beat the Heat Implementation Drive, brings together more than 200 cities worldwide. And these cities are already working with us to adopt sustainable cooling, passive building solution, and strengthening heat resilience, and connecting it with technical and financial assistance. Colleagues, Excellencies, the path to a resilient planet runs through our partnerships, our cities and our communities. Let us use today's dialogue to strengthen these connections and ensure that local action continues to inform and to elevate global environmental policy making. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to hear about the global ABC because the 400 organizations, Saudi Green Building Forum is one of those founder organizations. Definitely a very ambitious global ABC, and I look forward to to hear about more of that. Now I would like to just step a little bit and a little bit changes of the program, but I like to maybe the speech that His Royal Highness Prince Faisal bin Mishal bin Saud bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, just to say it in English so you guys could know, and then we'll have the video of maybe like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and then we'll come back to our speaker panel. So if you guys allow me, I would really appreciate it. So thank you. The translation of the speech is okay. Your Excellencies, distinguished representative of member states, colleagues from major groups and stakeholders, community, United Nations Environment Program. Peace upon you all. We gather today in the side event of the opening of the 7th session of the United Nations Environment Assembly, a defining moment of history of international environment action. It is a moment that requires us all the knowledge that changes faces our planet no longer resides within a border of individual nations or their isolated ecosystem. Instead, they have become deeply interconnected, such that health and the part of Earth now directly mirror the health of the whole world. Witnessing wilderness, ocean, cities, villages, coral reefs, and desert together, they form one living system, breathing together, degrading together, and rising together. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, our wise leadership under the guidance of my brother, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince of the Crown Prince Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz, God bless, launched the ambitious Saudi Green Initiative, grounded in clear nation vision, protected nature, conserving biodiversity, expanding green cover, and embedded sustainability across every part of the country. And from the land of Al Qasim, in particular, we have aligned with this national effort through a particular local driven program that have made sustainability part of a daily life, development and community participations. Our experience, one in which we take a great pride, we have learned that environmental challenges are not merely statistics and reports, but daily realities affecting people's life and resources. They compile us to recognize the link between wildness and ocean, and to understand the safeguard life on land and life below water is an intertwined responsibility that cannot be separated. We have witnessed how territorial ecosystem centered around SDG 15 are affected by climate change, like climate change, obviously, with declining planet species and advancing desertifications. And we have seen how changes in the sea and ocean, sustainability, SDG 14, do not remain confined to coastlines, but echo deeply into desert regions through alerted rainfall pattern, rising temperature, and distributed ecological balance. This interlinkage reminds us, all of us, that simply the truth. Protecting territorial and marine ecosystem is not shared responsibility, it's a shared responsibility. And any imbalancement in one will affect the other. As of the solution, it has been proven through global experience and through our own experience, which is participation as SDG 17 are the foundation of the meaningful progress when government work hand in hand with private sector, when university join forces with civil society, and when youth and volunteers are given a real and active role, global strategies transform into a concrete achievement on the ground. Only then can we protect wildness, preserve our oceans, and achieve balances development that benefits all. Therefore, in conclusion, what is required of us today, member state, major group, stakeholders, and UNEP, is to move from coordinating to joint implementations and form ambitious pledges to measure outcomes. We need 3 points or 4 points. Deeply partnership that transcend sector and border, go beyond sectors, borders. Participatory, environmental, governmental that empowers local community, knowledge and technology and technical support for countries affected by desertifications and climate change. Internationally, the 4th point, international cooperation that strengthen the link between protecting life on land and life below water. Our call today is simple, yet proud. Let us build the future together, and future that overcomes the artificial divide between land and sea, uniting them with the shared air connecting our member states, our community, and our global goals. Let us turn this moment into a new beginning towards a world that is more resilient, more respectful of nature, and more just for future generations. Thank you. Thank you. So now we would like to go to the video in just only 2 minutes. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. إن مبادرة أرض القصيم خضراء تأتي امتدادا لرؤية المملكة العربية السعودية 2030، وانطلاقا من مبادرة السعودية الخضراء التي أطلقها سيدي خادم الحرمين الشريفين الملك سلمان بن عبد العزيز وسمو ولي عهده الأمين عراب الرؤية ورئيس مجلس الوزراء الأمير محمد بن سلمان حفظهم الله، لتعزيز استدامة البيئة ومكافحة التصحر وتحسين جودة الحياة، والتي أثمرت هذه المبادرة بفضل الله ثم بتعاون الجهات الحكومية والأهلية والمتطوعين عن زراعة أكثر من 7 ملايين شتلة في مختلف محافظات ومراكز منطقة القصيم، مما جعل المنطقة نموذجا وطنيا في العمل البيئي المستدام، وأسهم في تحويلها إلى واحة خضراء نابضة بالحياة. ومن خلال هذه الجهود والمبادرات النوعية حصلت منطقة القصيم على عدد من الاعتمادات الدولية من المنظمات المهتمة بالبيئة، تأكيدا لما تحقق من إنجازات متميزة في مجال زيادة الغطاء النباتي والمحافظة على الموارد الطبيعية وتحسين جودة الهواء. ونحن بإذن الله مستمرون في دعم وتنمية هذه المبادرات لتحقيق مستهدفات السعودية الخضراء وبناء بيئة مستدامة تسهم في رفاه الإنسان وحماية مقدرات الوطن بمشاركة فاعلة من أبناء المنطقة ومؤسساتها. أسأل الله أن يديم على بلادنا أمنها وأمانها وازدهارها، وأن يوفق مولاي خادم الحرمين الشريفين وسمو ولي عهد الأمين لما فيه الخير والسداد، ويوفق الجميع لما فيه خير الوطن وبيئته.
برعاية كريمة من صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير الدكتور فيصل بن مشعل بن سعود بن عبد العزيز أمير منطقة القصيم، انطلقت مبادرة أرض القصيم خضراء عام 1438 للهجرة، لتكون إحدى المبادرات البيئية الريادية في المملكة الهادفة إلى زيادة الرقعة الخضراء ومكافحة التصحر وتحقيق الاستدامة البيئية، دعما لمستهدفات مبادرات السعودية خضراء ورؤية المملكة 2030. منذ انطلاقها سارت المبادرة بخطى ثابتة من خلال مراحل متتابعة في جميع محافظات القصيم، شاركت فيها مختلف الجهات الحكومية والقطاع الخاص والقطاع غير الربحي والفرق التطوعية في مشهد وطني يجسد التكامل والمسؤولية البيئية المشتركة. وشملت المبادرة عددا من المنتزهات مثل منتزه القصيم الوطني ومنتزه عنيزة الوطني وواحة بريدة وغابة عنيزة ومنتزه شجرة بعيون الجوى وروضة أم حمام بمحافظة الأسياح، بالإضافة إلى المدن والمداخل والمواقع التاريخية والمزارع الطبيعية والمباني والمنشآت والطرق الرئيسية والفرعية ضمن جهودها لتوسيع الغطاء النباتي وتحسين جودة الحياة في المنطقة.
مبادرة أرض القصيم الخضراء هي امتدادا للجهود الكريمة في مبادرة السعودية الخضراء واللي اطلقها سمو سيدي ولي العهد، ولا بد في هذا المحفل أن نشكر صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير الدكتور فيصل بن مشعل بن سعود عبد العزيز، والذي كان له سبق القيادة في تطوير هذه المبادرة والتي حققت أرقام وإنجازات عالمية كبيرة تصب في مصلحة الوطن بأكمله ومنطقة القصيم، وتساهم في زيادة أعداد الأرقام والأشجار في السعودية الخضراء، والتي أتتها العديد من الإشادات العالمية في جميع المحافل الدولية. نشكر صاحب السمو الملكي على إطلاق هذه المبادرة والتي تكللت بجهود القطاع العام والخاص والجمعيات الأهلية.
ومع نهاية المرحلة 15 تجاوز عدد الأشجار المزروعة 7,500,000 شجرة نفذت ضمن خطة ممنهجة بدأت بزراعة أكثر من 61,000 شتلة في مرحلتها الأولى، وبلغت في المرحلة 15 أكثر من 2,470,000 شتلة، ليصل الإجمالي إلى 7,521,316 شجرة غطت أرجاء المنطقة.
انظروا إلى مبادرة أرض القصيم الخضراء، أكثر من 5 ملايين شجرة ومئات الوظائف الخضراء وتحول حضري شامل. بفضل التوثيق لم تعد هذه المبادرات
وقد حظيت المبادرة بإشادة دولية من المنتدى السياسي رفيع المستوى للتنمية المستدامة في الأمم المتحدة بنيويورك، حيث أشاد المنتدى السعودي للأبنية الخضراء بتجربة مبادرة أرض القصيم خضراء بوصفها نموذجاً عالمياً ملهماً في تحقيق الاستدامة البيئية، وما أحدثته من أثر واسع في زيادة الغطاء النباتي وتوفير فرص العمل وتعزيز جودة الحياة.
أقدم الشكر والتقدير لصاحب السمو الملكي الدكتور فيصل بن مشعل بن سعود بن عبد العزيز أمير منطقة القصيم، الداعم الدائم لنا في القطاع الزراعي وفي وزارة البيئة والمياه والزراعة لجميع مبادرات البيئة في منطقة القصيم. ومنذ انطلاق مبادرة أرض القصيم الخضراء ولله الحمد من عام 1438 وسموها الكريم يتابع كل ما يتعلق في هذه المبادرة وتحقق نتائج إيجابية في الاستزراع في منطقة القصيم والمشاركة المجتمعية وتوجيهاته الدائمة لجميع الجهات الحكومية. ومنطقة القصيم دائما مبادرة في تحقيق الالتزام البيئي وتحقيق المبادرات، وتحظى بمتابعة معالي وزير البيئة والمياه والزراعة المهندس عبد الرحمن الفضلي. نكرر شكرنا الجزيل لسموه الكريم ولجميع الجهات الحكومية المشاركة شركاء النجاح معنا في هذه المبادرة منذ انطلاقها وحتى اليوم. هذه لم تأتي إلا بتشارك الجميع وعلى توجيهات سموه وعلى مقولته الدائمة ربع تعاونوا ما ذلوا.
وتواصل مبادرة أرض القصيم خضراء مسيرتها نحو مستقبل أكثر ازدهاراً من خلال برامج التشجير والتوعية والتطوع البيئي، وتستهدف المبادرة استزراع 15 مليون شجرة بحلول عام 2030 لتبقى القصيم أرضاً خضراء نابضة بالحياة.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the presentation. I would like to go to Mr. Jam'an. We'll have 3 minutes, and we have only 3 speakers, so please don't leave as we are rushing to go to in maybe 15 minutes. I'm trying to, to accelerate this. So please, Mr. Jam'an, Chief, obviously he's the Executive Vice President. I'm very pleased to introduce him. He's the national of the National Center for Meteorology. Under the leadership, the center plays a critical role in climate monitoring, early warning system, and data-driven resilience, supporting national planning and climate risk management. So please, Mr. Jaman, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to address this side event on behalf of the Ministry of Environment, Water and Agriculture of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This discussion aligns with the theme of the UNEA-7, which is advancing sustainable solution for a resilient planet, reminding us all that resilience begins within our communities and across our lands. Each year, billions of tons of dust are emitted to the atmosphere, traveling across continents and affecting multi-social economic sectors. When this mineral dust is deposited over nutrient limited ocean waters or remote terrestrial ecosystem, it can enhance ocean productivity and help fertilize nutrient-poor soil. In the downwind regions such as the Amazon rainforest, highlighting the complex and sometimes beneficial role of dust in the earth system. At the same time, in the MENA region, sand and dust storms are associated with substantial loads estimated as by the World Bank at $150 billion annually, or roughly 2.5% of GDP. Due to their impact on health, agriculture, infrastructure, and livelihood. Guided by the Saudi Vision 2030 and the Saudi Green Initiative, Middle East Green Initiative, the Kingdom is responding to these challenges by combating land degradation through large-scale afforestation, rangeland restoration, and urban greening programs such as the Green Riyadh and the Qasim Green Initiative that you have just shown, thereby fostering soil stability and improving vegetation cover. At the regional level, Saudi Arabia hosts the 4th WMO Regional Center for Sand and Dust Storm in Jeddah, part of the global SDS-WAS network, providing forecast and advisories that support decision-making across the Gulf region and the West Asia. Your Excellencies, the UN Decade in Combating Sand and Dust Storm 2025 to 2034 marks a milestone in global recognition of this challenge. The Kingdom supports the agenda through initiatives launched during COP16 in Riyadh. As Saudi Arabia, the president of UNCCD COP16, launched the Riyadh Global Drought Partnership, pledging in collaboration of partners of Arab Coordination Group over $2.15 billion to support 80 of the world's most vulnerable countries. Also, in the same conference, Saudi Arabia has launched the International Initiative in Early Warning for Sand and Dust Storm, which with a contribution of over $10 million. Together with partners, the Kingdom proposes 3 pillars for joint action. First, develop integrated regional projects combining early warning, land restoration, and community adaptation. Second, strengthen data sharing and capacity building through regional networks. Third, mainstream sand and dust storm measures into national climate and development plans. We believe that transforming these storms from a symbol of vulnerability into an opportunity for cooperation will bring us closer to a resilient and sustainable planet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for concise and Thank you very much, Doctor, for your concise presentation. And now I would like to present Ms. Golonara Roll, and she's the head City Unit Mitigation Branch, Climate Change Division UNEP. I am very pleased to welcome her as she is the head of a very important unit at UNEP. Also, her works intersects with urban development, climate action, implementation, supporting city worldwide, in delivering inclusive, low carbon and resilient solutions. So please welcome her to the floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, dear excellencies, dear delegates, dear colleagues. Thank you so much for the invitation for this event. I'm asked to speak more about the coastal cities and, of course, water, as we see in our work of the cities unit, in our work on buildings, on cooling, on the food waste, the coastal areas and the water issues becoming really the critical issue. It's really the next big issue that we'll be facing in cities. Not to forget that urban wastewater accounts for 80% of the global water pollution. And in many developing countries, only 5% of the wastewater is treated. 40% of the global urban population lives in coastal areas. So this really shows the level of vulnerabilities. And this is what discussed also, as Martin Kraus, director of the Climate Change Division, already mentioned, at the UNEA-7 Cities and Regions Summit, which was taking place last Friday here, and which will be reporting back to the plenary this morning at 10 a.m. I know the time is very limited, so I would invite you to hear more and to see the recording of the Cities and Regions Summit. It's available on YouTube right now. You have also the website, all the information. But as I was asked to bring some of the examples of the critical coastal areas and issues and projects, just I mentioned maybe 3 examples. At the Cities and Regions Summit, the mayor of Adu in Maldives was speaking about the issues that this city on a very small island, Pacific island, is facing. There is especially in the context of the extreme heat, and the extreme heat is something what UNEP is trying to address through the Beat the Heat implementation drives that we also launched at the COP30. They are losing water. So it's very difficult to sustain water because also with the climate change, there is no also rains anymore. So one of the ideas that we're discussing right now is how to collect even limited water in this small island state on this city and to create reservoirs so that the city actually can survive. And we hear many cases of this. Also in Kenya, we're very active on the coastal areas. There is a Go Blue project together with UN Habitat, where our colleagues on UN Habitat, who have a mandate of working in cities, they're doing the urban planning on the land. And we as UNEP doing the urban planning, kind of planning of the coastal and the sea area. So this is really very good cooperation. Examples under the bilateral cooperation with UN Habitat under the joint Green Cities Partnership. And finally, just to tell you about a very exciting project that we're starting now. It is Water-Wise Cities. It is in Brazil. We are launched it at the COP30. So it will be engaging multiple cities in Brazil, and we'll be looking in a comprehensive way at the water management and in many coastal areas. We're looking at the same time at the use of the water, but also at the urban water discharge. So we'll be very happy to share with you this information on this and many other projects that UNEP Cities Unit is implementing. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm really, thank you for your words. I think the water scares is one of the most challenging, not only for city inner, but also coastal cities. And that's why the presentation from Qasim, it's an amazing examples. And that's why we wanted His Royal Highness, he wanted you guys to see it, because when you have a desert and you're trying to, on a regional size, not only on a city, how to put the water and the access of water becomes really, as kind of reusing that water becomes very important. So now I would like to, to introduce my next speaker, the last speaker. So I would ask you guys to have a group picture, please. So don't leave, so we can rush to the UNEA opening. my colleagues, Miss Amal Arfai. She's representing Saudi Green Building Forum youth side, but also as an urban planner. She's a specialist in Medina region municipality. She brings a valuable practitioner insight into sustainable urban development, local planning, and integrating of the community needs into resilient city design. And I would like to introduce her. So please.
Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm gonna rabble now. But I am honored to attend today this Global's gathering where the nation's communities and individuals come together to find the shared solutions. As we meet under the theme, building the future together and the local solutions for global goals. I thank the Saudi Green Building Forum, the major groups, and the United Nations Environment Programme for giving young peoples the chance to share our experience and perspective. My journey in urban planning has taught me that cities are not just physical structures. They are living systems shaped by people and nature and in the economy. In Saudi Arabia, more than 5,600 development programs now support the transition to sustainable and green cities. 63% of the population under the 35 youth and a strong force ready to shape the future. With the creativity and responsibility. In Medina al-Munawwara, if this city's transformation is clear, beautiful and deeply inspiring. It continues to advance while safe, guarding its unique spiritual character, strategic products such as Ras Al Medina and the knowledge economy cities. Demonstrates how to ethical urban planning can seamlessly integrate healthy mobility and environmentally and sustainability and enhance quality of life. This effort help create greens, public spaces, and healthy communities supporting 50 life on land. In the marine environment, challenges like coral, reef stars, and biodiversity lies remain major global cancers. And their Southern Vision 30 project in New and including the line and the Sandala, integrated advanced marine production systems and sustainable coastal planning manual, the Red Sea project and Amala, follow nature positive development principle, restoring heights and reducing environmental impact, supporting 14 life blue water. Across the kingdom, expanding green areas, restoring natural landscapes, and using circular economy solutions and strengthen the natural community to sustainability. These programs reflect strong cooperation with the global partners, contributing and to 17 partnerships for the goals. To truly building the future together, we must focus on 3 priorities. The number 1, make environmental operations part of daily life. Number 2, integrate science, research and technology into every planning decision. And the number 3, Saturdagan international partnerships to connect to local solutions with the global goals. The protecting environment is not optional, it's essential for fair cities, healthy societies, and resilient economies. Empowering youth is not symbolic, it's an investment in the generous that will flow with the long-term results of the choices we make today. In closing, I thank you, Mr. Jer, for this opportunity and creating a dialogue among countries, civil society, professionals, and youth is not just a discussion, it's a step to a shared and sustainable future. a future where people and nature thrive together, and cleaner skies and healthier economies and system. Thank you. Sorry about that.
MashaAllah, I'm very proud of Amal. This is her first ever speech, and it's very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's good. We're concluding. I just 1 minute from your time. As we conclude, 3 messages stand out clearly from today's dialogue. First, local action, global support is not a subset of an ambition. It is a foundation from land restorations to marine protections and climate responsive cities. The most durable solution emerges where communities are empowered, knowledge is localized, and accountability is shared. Second, partnership matters, not by number, but by function. Effective collaboration requires trust, clarity of roles, mechanism that allow finance, technology, and knowledge to flow from institutions to communities and back again to learn and evolve as an evidence. That's very important in the circle. Now, third, the partnership must, importantly, civic space must remain open, inclusive, and not selective. If UNEP is to advance implementation, local voice, especially women, youth, education, indigenous people, and practitioners must not only be heard, but structurally embedded into decision-making and follow-up. That's the role. Looking towards UNEA-8, our collective task is clear, to transform local knowledge into global leverage, to simplify a system to action becomes easier, not harder, and to build a culture of shared implementation where success is measured by real-world impact. On behalf of Saudi Green Building Forum, I really, really thank you guys. You being as a speaker and honored by the UNEA presidency, and also and I think that stays the message. The message is very clear. Our leaders are ready to go, but they want us to help and succeed to go forward. So thank you very much.
Thank you.